that movie.
What's
Holy crap.
Alright, what's up everybody? Perfectly Techno here. We are back with another episode of No More Light. This is episode 3. What the evil half of our duality campaign. But they still all have all their limbs, so they're looking up compared to the other party.
Oh Jesus.
Does a pinky count as a limb?
No. I guess an
No.
eye doesn't really count as a limb either.
No, an eye is less of a limb than a pinky.
No,
That's
but we
its
have more
inside of it.
backwards appendages than anyone else, so
It's true.
That's
It's
true.
very true.
starting off strong.
Before we kick off, and speaking of evil, Jack Black, Kevin Hart, and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Yes,
we
I
have a
support
project.
this.
Get a hold of us.
Yes, we do. It's called Alphabet Soup. We'll talk more about it later.
Have your people call our people, and by our people I mean just get a hold of one of us because we don't have people yet.
I have a dog.
What are you talking about? I have people.
Yeah, Timmy has
Timmy-
people.
don't
Your
bring up
public
no.
We're not talking about the people in your freezer.
Don't bring up Timmy's people because it is a sensitive subject in our friend group. Holy shit.
Anyways.
Timmy knows everyone.
Anyways, let's get right into it and introduce our characters before we have them roll that sweet D100 to see who has to give us our recap. But first, we have Sithar, played by... This is when you say the
That's what
words
Jackie's
of your
supposed to say.
name.
No, my headset just killed itself.
Oh.
I had to swap out the battery. What'd you say?
First, we have Sithar, played by...
Hi, I'm Orion. Here to lead Ridley to be the best he can be.
Then we have Ridley Monroe,
Hi.
played by...
It's just Scar. Here to annoy Sathar to be the worst that I can be.
Remember, everyone, he's not a truck. He's just a car. And then we have Professor Malum, played by...
It's me, Isaac. Malum is here to kick ass and die. I'm all out of ass.
Oh, God. And then we have Jigzog, played by...
Me, Dingo, Ribbit, because he's a Okay, next person.
And then we have Ted the Undead, played by...
Hello, I am Ted. Dave isn't here right now. Remember, efficiency through insanity.
And I've just realized and had this thought. Dingo, just to be clear, you are going to go Totem of the Bear Barbarian, right? Because you're actually a polar bear, but you're just playing a small frog?
Yes.
Okay.
For canonical real life sense, I'm a polar bear. Yes.
He is Ice Bear.
Canonical real life. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, why don't you guys give me them D100 rolls to see who gets to give us our wonderful recap.
Oh Lord, hardware acceleration.
I just disabled. I found out that I was having some problems with my computer, and I found out Windows pushed out an update that broke my computer for a couple of months, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yo, that same thing happened to me, but I figured out it was a Windows being a dumb like months ago. I wish I had known you were having problems.
Oh no, Windows pushed out an update which changed a setting which invalidated my overclock, but not all of my overclock. So my CPU is having some instability issues.
That same update gave my graphics card instability issues for basically the same reason.
Alright. And then I need rolls from Ridley and Malum.
Already rolled.
I did.
I haven't rolled, so how did you get rolls?
I don't see yours, Malum. What'd you roll?
Well, I rolled a 71, but I rolled it on the wrong sheet.
Got it. Roll it again.
Oh.
You rolled it on the BCH sheet?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Right.
good roll.
It is a good roll.
I am safely in the middle.
I have an
Alright,
86.
Jigzog, tell us what happened last time. With your stunning roll
you're
of
in
13.
for a treat of... I just woke up from a nap, so clearly my brain is at its peak working capacity right now. And
Of course,
I
of
think...
course.
So we go... Yeah. We go into back to the kingdom after our ice cream adventure, and then I we have pans. I remember we collected a lot of pans. Me and Dave collected a lot of pans. And then the other guys did something, but we had pans. And then I death glared a grung, and then we went to go fight the undead and the grung, and then I beat the shit out of the grung. And now we're taking them to the academy that is under siege. The end.
Anybody have anything to add to that? I feel like that was
This
a
is-
pretty apt.
This is the most jigzag like.
Yeah, I only
Oh,
remember
I dropped the
things.
pans at one point. That's
Alright.
it's a very important detail. I dropped the pans at one point.
I would like to add rock and roll.
Yes, you
But
did
that's
make a drum set out of your pans.
Yes.
So that's on my diary.
The king was a mannequin. That. Did we pick up any of the mannequin pieces?
You did not.
How far outside of the temple are we, or the
castle?
palace?
You
Yeah.
guys were literally walking down the main stairs.
Can I run back and collect all the mannequin pieces?
Sure.
Phenomenal.
Of course you can. Who would I be to tell you no? Dun, dun.
Although, be warned. It's their mannequin. They may be able to track it.
So yes, you guys walked out of the palace and you saw there are various places burning in the city, and there are flashes of magical light coming from within the institute across the city.
I look at one of the two remaining grung whatever guys.
All three of them still exist. He didn't kill any of them. He just beat them.
Okay, well, I look at the three of them, and I go, he has stuff to take care of inside, but plans are changing. Good news. One of you gets to live. You get to decide which one, because you're gonna be the last one alive. It's a fight.
The only grung that hasn't, or the only one of the grung that hasn't had his ass beat, immediately just pulls out a knife and shanks the other two.
Congratulations. You get to live. At least longer than they did. I don't know what's going on in the city, and it's probably gonna be bad.
He
So,
He
I
looks
would
at
go
you in
find somewhere
ribbits.
to hide, run, whatever.
He looks at you in ribbits and then turns around and casts Raise Dead on the two grung that he just brutally murdered on the steps.
As he turns around to face away from me,
Okay,
I'm such a dick. Eldritch Blast to the back of the head.
roll the hit.
Hey, while I'm picking up a mannequin inside.
Yes.
Yes!
Phenomenal.
I made him kill his friends, and now I'm cleaning up the mess. That is a 19 on die.
Roll
Plus
damage.
7. That is a 9.
It hits him in the back and he falls limp.
I'm going to remove his head from his body just to make sure he's dead.
Okay.
So you probably see me dismembering a corpse when you come back out, Sithar.
Yeah,
Well,
Sithar, when you
to
come
be
back
fair-
out... Wait, what weapons
be
do you
fair-
have, Ted?
To be fair, none of the things that you just described should take that long.
That's fair.
So I probably just come back to 2 stabbed frogs and a decapitated one.
Actually, he only has daggers, so when you come back out, you see him with a dagger frantically sawing through a
I
grunt's
have a
spinal
scythe.
cord.
In my backpack. Or a sickle, rather.
Oh, you
Yeah,
do
you
have
just-
a sickle. Are you trying to cut his head off with a sickle?
Yeah, you just put it under
He's
the
got
neck
a
and
tiny
stand on
little
both
neck, so
sides
I'm
and
gonna
pull up.
grab the handle of the
This
sickle
poor
with both
frog.
hands, put the sickle around his neck, put a foot on his head, a foot on his chest, and just pull until the sickle comes through.
Okay, Jigsaw, what are you doing as this happens?
I'm not evil, Sky. I'm
Yeah, I'm just-
efficient and
I'm
crazy.
gonna take one of the stabbed ones and just like use it as a punching bag and like half not realize that it's dead
Oh god.
and just keep taking out my anger because I think I'm still technically in a rage. Right.
So, no, your rage only lasts 1 minute.
Well, I'm still gonna beat the shit out of it.
So, Sithar, you walk back outside to see Ted standing on one of the vrung pulling his sickle through its neck, and Jigsaw off to the side just beating on what looks to be clearly a corpse.
I'm gonna look at Malum and Ridley and go, what the fuck happened?
Ridley's writing a book.
They do what they always do and fight or whatever.
He's
Malum's
just
just like nonchalantly leaning up against a wall.
gonna take it. He's just gonna take a deep breath, and then look at Malum and go, "You do magic shit, right?
Yeah.
Cool." He's gonna throw him like the head of the mannequin and go, "I need you to tell me if there are runes on this thing, and to not have there be runes on this thing."
Okay. I'll start. I'll inspect the object, I suppose. You want me to do that's something I would just notice, or should I do an Arcana roll?
Give me an Arcana roll.
Okay, let's go at that.
Ridley's frantically writing in his diary, looking the other direction from the shit show, one might say.
Can while Malum is doing that, can Sithar walk up behind Ridley and just see what he's writing?
Ridley, are you going to actively attempt to hide what you're writing?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a stealth check versus a perception check.
It's not stealth that I'm writing, it's stealth that...
No. He's
He
giving
can
a
see,
stealth
right?
check to see if he sneaks up behind you. You're giving a
Oh,
perception
gotcha.
check to see if you hear him and can close the book in time.
18. Beat that, Ridley.
Ridley.
I just have a weird feeling Ridley is about to beat that.
No, I didn't.
What are you writing, Ridley?
The rest of my party is a bunch of crazy people. They're just casually dismembering these grogs right before my eyes.
Sithar is going to come back, and from behind Ridley, he is going to hand Ridley one of his toy out of their room.
You're gonna hand me a toy?
Yeah, one of the toys he left behind.
Ridley just puts it in his backpack and keeps writing.
He's then gonna walk over and go, look at the people or the two dismantling the grung. Go, is there any reason why we are mutilating the corpses any further?
Well, that one was doing a thing to do stuff to those ones, and I just kind of wanted to make sure that they couldn't be useful.
I'm gonna look at the one that you're carving and the one that I'm assuming is paste by now, and just I think you got them.
Okay. If you say so. Oh, also, I figure if I take this one's head with me, I can make it bite people.
Sure.
You know, kind of like keeping a Gorgon head, but that you have to touch people with.
Fair enough. Sithara's gonna lean down and I don't know if there weren't a whole lot of grung in the city, right? Grung were incredibly rare.
Not incredibly rare, but the ones who were here were mostly at the Institute.
Yeah, Sithara's gonna see how like he's gonna stick his finger down into some of the like blood and then see how it tastes for him. Probably not good because they're frogs, and like stick his tongue out and go, all right, we should probably go.
Just out of curiosity, are you immune to poison? Is there poison in their blood? I need to check. These are details. These are details that I don't have.
Most of the time, poisonous frogs emit poison out of their skin and not in their blood. They're immune to their own poison through their digestive tract, but if you inject it into them, it still kills them.
That being said, they are classified as poisonous and not venomous, so its head isn't going to do me any good.
True. All right. Yeah, their blood
Realizing
doesn't.
this, I just drop its head.
Yeah, their blood does not taste good.
Yeah, you know, he was curious. He's trying to find a good next snow cone vendor.
Of course he is. Yeah, I'm sure that won't become a problem for me later. All right.
We could always find some elves.
Anyways, so PT, can we get when we left off at the end of last session, you gave us a description of the city. How does the Institute look right now? Because you said that there was a whole bunch of lights coming out and smoke. Is that like is there a clear path looking down from the city, like an area of chaos and like a obvious route from our current position to bypass some of the chaos?
Why the hell did Jigsaw end up all the way in the corner? Sorry, I switched to look at the map. So it looks like 90% of the chaos that is going down is on the north side of the river, because that's where most of the government buildings are. The only chaos to the south side of the river is all the way to the south by the Institute.
Okay.
But it looks like from the layout of the city that you know and understand, 90% of the chaos that is going on appears to be burning government buildings.
Tathar is going to look at everyone else and say, "So, walk into it or walk around?"
Well, I would like to not be in the city. That would be great. So around is my vote.
He's gonna stop for a minute. Ted, Jigsaw.
Jigsaw just like looks over his shoulder as he's still like beating the shit out of this frog.
Leave?
Meh.
Yes? No?
Sure. And he just like does one final blow to the vrung that's on the ground.
We'll find some meat that you can beat later. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I'm going to go around.
Malum, any luck finding or disabling runes on that?
I got a 21 on my roll there, PT.
So you find several runes on it, most of them looking like they are in reference to the failed illusion spell, but none of them are active at this moment.
Okay. It should be pretty dormant for now.
And do runes work the way that I imagine them working? The only way that they work is if they're precise, like just cutting through them would stop them from being able to function as intended.
It would stop them from being able to function as intended. However, it has the potential to unleash the magic within them.
Also, I would like to point out you need to be careful with these because these aren't just any runes. These are runes crafted by people like me.
What, crazy people?
Sure.
Well,
Right.
Would I know of any other mannequins?
No, you don't know of any other mannequins.
All right, well, risk I gotta take. Going to pull out the rest of the mannequin from my bag and kind of toss it on the ground, and then take the head and go, well, we at least have our key out, and he's gonna hold up the mannequin head, and then put that in his bag, and say, which way?
Well, I know a guy who might be able to smuggle us out of here, and possibly off of this continent.
What's his
Bit of an
name?
unsavory guy, though.
Wait, we need to leave?
Well,
I can get us out.
Yeah?
No offense, but people I'm loosely affiliated with dropped a mountain on people you're affiliated with not too long ago, so...
Thanks for the reminder.
Well, it's a matter of trust, really. I know I can trust the demon, or the devil, rather. They tend to be really trustworthy. They will fuck you over at the first chance they get. But as long as you're careful...
Only if you trade me your soul first.
Exactly. The child I'm not concerned about, as his father is missing.
I don't trust this man.
and Jigsaw here is fine. And I put Jigsaw on my shoulders.
Yeah. It's like a
Ridley,
green grunt.
which one don't you trust?
The man talking right now.
Ted?
Yeah, him.
Do you have a solution for a way out of the city?
Me? No.
Are there any?
You kidding me? I could barely get out of the house.
Yes. Were there any escape tunnels out of the? He's just gonna pause and turn around. Castle? In case the city was sieged. It seems like something you humans would do.
I mean, sure, I know how to get out of that castle, but
No, like escape tunnels out of the castle outside of the city walls in case it was sieged.
I don't know.
I think it is safe to say if Ridley knew about those, he wouldn't have taken the front door when he was leaving.
He's gonna stop and go, Ridley, did you read the books?
What books?
Oh yeah,
the
wait a
material you're
minute.
supposed to study.
Sathar, aren't you still high?
Yes.
Okay, just had to clear that up.
Yeah, I've read all of them.
Wait. No, didn't we establish that catnip only lasted like 10 minutes?
How long does catnip last? I'm Googling it.
Also,
About 10 minutes, yeah.
Also, Steven,
Yes.
check Discord.
I got double messages.
Everybody want to talk to you?
All right. Then we talk to the smuggler. What's the smuggler's name?
Smuggler's name is.
Oh, fuck you. You're coming up with this one.
All right, fine. Danny DeVito.
Alright, I'm coming up with this one.
That's
I
what
was
I
gonna
fucking
suggest
thought.
Alabaster Cartwright.
For some reason, I thought he was going to say Sneaky Pete.
It's
Oh my god, I like Sneaky Pete.
It's better. It's Sneaky Pete. It's gotta be.
I'm
Sneaky Pete.
messaging you the name, Isaac.
Okay.
It's not Sneaky Pete? For not
I'm
making the
devastated.
smuggler's name Sneaky Pete?
I would be down for Sneaky Pete.
How the fuck do I?
He goes he goes by Sneaky Pete.
He goes by Sneaky Pete, but his real name is Lanals Dason or whatever. But
Lanos Desant.
Lanas? Really? That's how you're supposed to say that? God damn.
I don't fucking know, dude. This is why I use randomizer. Pronounce it however
Wait,
you want.
Fuck.
Anyways, Sneaky Pete. Where is he located?
He would be, well, the last time you saw him, you know where you saw him, Malum.
Yeah, last time I saw him, he was in prison. But I think
Phenomenal.
I remembered him. I think I remembered him saying something about operating out of the Unicorn District or the Unicorn something.
The Unicorn Farthing?
That could have been it.
Well, that area of the city isn't burning, so sure.
Oh, parts of that area are burning.
Well, not all of the parts are burning. Obviously,
I'm gonna put red marks on the map where there's stuff burning so you guys can avoid it.
appreciate it.
Thanks.
Wouldn't the Unicorn's Farthing be the poor part of town?
No, the poor part of town is on the south side of the river.
Then it shouldn't be named Farthing. A farthing is a quarter of a penny.
Well, why don't you tell the random generator?
Yeah.
Well, the desert is rather unforgiving, so
There's a desert? I could go
There's
for
dessert?
a snack. Or do you mean the one with sand? I don't like sand.
is it coarse and does it get everywhere?
Gets everywhere.
I
Do
hate
you
you.
realize how painful it is to have sand behind your eyelids?
Next person who makes an Anakin Skywalker joke is losing a fucking hand.
But I have the high
Either
ground.
way,
I don't want to
You
get burned.
motherfucker.
From my point of view.
Anyways, those were the areas that are burning.
Do you
I
have
thought we stopped with the Anakin jokes.
We didn't level up, did we?
no?
Okay, I didn't think so.
That's a rather large section of the city that you just claimed. It narrows it down. Do you have any idea further or beyond just a general district? Because I
Well,
don't.
didn't exactly give me an address. I was imprisoned for life, my guy.
Do you know
I
how to get in
wasn't planning
contact
on
with them?
getting out. But
I'm not your
you know.
guy, dude.
well,
Don't
he's
you
a
start
smuggler.
this.
So, like, my best guess, somewhere that could get us out of the city. Maybe the river. Are there any tunnels?
There
Something
are
like that.
several tunnels, but you don't want to go in the tunnels.
The waterfront
Okay.
on the Farthing does seem like a likely place for a smuggler.
Yes, but
In the waterfront.
who eats where they shit?
Dogs.
Grung.
Anyone who owns a house.
Wrong.
Also, Isaac, I want to point out you missed a golden opportunity.
I miss a
when
lot of
he said,
those.
I'm not your guy, my dude. You missed an opportunity to say, I'm not your dude, my bruh.
My point being is that you are way more likely to get caught if you spend time residing where you conduct illegal activity.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't know if you noticed, but the city is burning. I think the smugglers at work.
Good point.
Also,
to the
good
water.
point, yeah.
Very astute observation.
Oh, is that what all this fire is about?
Somebody,
Alright.
somebody take their handy dandy little notepad and draw me the path you're taking through the streets.
I have a handy dandy little notepad.
Well, you have
Yeah,
a
you
handy
can
dandy little
freehand.
drawing thing.
So
Oh,
I think we just
Zathar's got this. That way we can blame Zathar when we die.
yep.
Do you see my path?
I do.
I want to stay as far away from the edge before we make it down. I think this might be the better route. Just we stay further from the bridges here.
Good call. Good call.
Fair.
We stay away from the active fire. We stay away from the bridges where people might be, sprinting, running back and forth. I mean, we don't particularly have the option because, like, right here is also a bridge, but like, the further from.
Unless we came out like right here, between them.
I mean, we could, but that's.
Plus, if we come out between these two bridges, that's a centralized location in the city, which is a more likely place for a smuggler to actually come out through.
That's true, but it would also be harder. I'm just thinking, like, you'd be way more likely to get caught right in the middle of the city as opposed to one of the sides.
That's also true. But he said the Farthing, and we go too far that way.
Yeah.
And we're in East Heath.
I know, but if we go too far up, we're in the market. So, like, there's not a whole lot of places here that is still.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
honestly, a smuggler might just be against the wall.
Oh,
True.
up
Like,
here, yeah.
Yeah, that he could just be pressed up against the wall and just know of a hole to leave the city.
Yeah, but
like-
then he's got to navigate the desert to get to the river.
I mean, it'd probably be. You'd probably have a lot less guards.
True.
I don't know, Malum. What do you think? You knew the guy more than we did. Would he be against the wall, or would he be in the river?
I mean, my best guess is river. He's more of a
He's a swimmer.
amphibian.
Is he a frog?
Maybe.
I've met too many frogs recently.
He is
Fine,
now.
to the river.
Thanks, BT. I think I'm hilarious. To the river it is.
Anybody have any objections to this path, or are we going like this? Are we splitting off down here?
I mean, either or.
Yeah.
Wait, which direction is the coast? It's south, right?
South.
Yeah, we need to be on the east side of that bridge then.
Yeah. Alrighty. Let me clean up my drawings. There you go.
Look at the guy who knows how to clean up his drawings.
I mean, I learned how to clean up messes pretty easily. I don't do them often. I don't do it often, but
Doubt.
what? That I
I'm-
don't do it often, or that I know how to clean up messes?
I'm gonna leave all of that alone.
All right, so you guys begin making your way through the city. Somebody give me a D100 roll.
I have notoriously poor luck. Someone else should roll.
I'll roll it.
Cool.
55.
All right, as you guys make your way through the city, you come around a corner and you see a group. You see a group of guards that are they're in a circle, and in the middle of the circle appears to be a bunch of nobles, and the guards are penning them in with spears.
We should go around. Unless you have particular objections to your family getting skewered, let's go around.
Well, there's always the option: rescue the nobles, rob the nobles, take the guard's uniform.
Do we know the nobles?
From where you're at, because I'm assuming you guys would stop as soon as you saw even a hint of the guards.
Yeah.
From where you guys are at, you can't really make out any of the faces. There's a lot of smoke. You guys are right about here. So you can continue south, but the nobles are here. Outside of the burning building.
We're right here right now, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to move Jigsaw because he has the smallest token.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna burn sorcery points to get a second level spell slot back.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are where Jigsaw's at, and the nobles are right here next to this burning building.
Do we steal the nobles' things?
Well, we can't particularly see what they're wearing.
I'm a fan of dressing up like guards. It'll make it easier to leave.
Oh, hold on. What does...
Sense of plan forming.
Am I around the same body size as as Ridley's dad?
You're about the same height. Maybe built a little thicker, and your hair's a little poofier.
But let's say he was wearing armor.
You could pull it off if you could imitate his voice well enough.
Does disguise self change your voice?
No.
No.
No,
But prestidigitation can.
prestidigitation can.
See, I was going to alter self-prestidigitation and do exactly what you're thinking. And alter
Really
self
fuck them up.
physically change my
Have
body.
2 Raynors walk up on these men.
Well, so, alright, so the reason why I got the head of the mannequin is a minor illusion exists, and you can make the head, you don't really have to change a whole lot of it to make it look like a human head. And so we could claim to have captured one of the dissenters and tell the guards that they are somewhere and send at least some of the guards away. How many guards are there?
Give me a perception check. Just because you guys are still a fair distance away. It's nighttime. There's smoke everywhere.
See, the problem with trying to send the guards away, if they're capturing nobles, I doubt they're going to listen to Raynor. That's why I haven't done that yet.
On your side of the circle, there's probably 10 guards. So you could reasonably assume there's the same amount on the other side. Notably, these guards are not wearing their, like, normal, like, going about the city guard wear. These guards are wearing their the city is at war guard wear. So they're wearing, like, half plate.
I don't know if we could. Does anybody have a plan? Because, like,
Yeah, we could walk around.
all right.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I just
Unless
I
you,
was
unless you
gonna
have an affinity for any of these people, are you particularly willing to die for that gold?
No, I was more just thinking that favor in the city could potentially be beneficial. But they're about to be imprisoned, so
Well, if you want a minor illusion, the mannequin had to look like Raynor's head severed. That could be fun too.
yeah. But if they're still loyal, see that's the problem. We either have to hard bet one direction or the other. We can't middle ground it.
Well, we middle ground it by just leaving.
Well, yeah, middle ground is leaving. Like, we could get favor one way or the other, but we'd have to hard commit and potentially all die, or we can just leave.
Okay, so I have an idea. Let me know if you love it. I'll walk up as Raynor, and then if they're hostile, I can probably get away. And you guys stay hidden. And
I mean,
that kind of makes it a soft bet.
Well, what would we even, like, what necessarily would we gain from just not leaving right now?
Well, if the guards are still loyal to Raynor, we could get a 20 armed guard escort out of the city.
I doubt the smuggler would work with us if we had
We
20
don't
guards.
need the fucking smuggler if we
That's
are
true.
the ones in control.
Can I, hold on. This is just for me to decide something.
No offense, I'm probably better at deception than you are.
Oh, my deception's real high. I got a +7.
Oh, I also have a +7.
I'm still
High
a
five
big,
for being shitheads.
I'm still a big fan of the double walk up on them with 2 Raynors. Just
True.
because I feel like that is properly memey.
I'm
No.
Spartacus. No, I'm Spartacus.
Definitely wouldn't end with just both of you getting stabbed.
Yeah. Let's just cut their losses, kill both of us, and move on.
But what would
Kills
it change if there's 3 Raynors?
Yeah, if there's 3 of them, then they might think about it.
We just walk up from different directions and do the Spider-Man point at each other.
Like you all show up and start arguing. No, I was supposed to be Raynor. You were supposed to be the guard.
Ridley,
What?
you met the guard captain, yes?
I believe I probably have, yes.
What does he look like?
He's
Can we just-
he's a very tall, very out of shape, much more guard captain because he had good politics than guard captain because he was a good guard, Ridley.
Some old white guy. Why?
Oh, that's not gonna work. Okay. I think if we want favor with the nobles, any nobles left standing. Can we, okay, so question. This area right here. This looks like a courtyard, and this is the building, is that correct?
That is correct.
So we could approach closer, but still stay out of sight to get a better view while still maintaining kind of our course?
You could.
Can we do that? Does anybody have any objections to that? To try to get more information on it?
I think a few of us could approach, and yeah, that's okay with me.
All right, so if we sneak slightly closer.
All right. So you guys sneak closer, and you're still watching this group, right?
Mm-hmm.
As you're watching the group, a rider on a horse rides up. And a very notable fact is that this rider is carrying a gun.
Okay.
And he hands a note to the guard captain who looks at him and nods and then calls out an order as the guards around the circle just begin executing the nobles.
Nobles are dead. We don't have anything left to do. Let's go around.
Well, what if the
hang
guards
on,
leave
that
and
guy
leave all of
had a
that good
gun.
loot?
Yes, that guy did have a gun. We should not stick around and see if we could outrun bullets.
That
I bet we
means
could.
The city guard is now under the control of the Dark Brotherhood. Probably.
Seems mildly annoying.
Lara's going to turn, look at Ted, say, when we get out of here, you're going to tell us everything about the Dark Brotherhood. But we really need to leave. Like now.
I would agree.
Alright, so yeah, back to the main plan. Back to the route.
Alright, so you guys begin heading down this route. I'm just gonna move Jigsaw to show your progress.
As we pass them, are any of them wearing laced boots?
Any of the nobles?
Any of the guards?
Yeah, most of them.
So as we pass, I'm just gonna use Mage Hand to tie some of their laces together.
What's the range
That
on
won't
Mage
give us
Hand?
away at all.
Like 120 feet.
Okay, you can get some of the ones on your guys' side.
Cool.
Uh,
And I'm tying their feet together, I'm tying their feet to each other's feet, whatever.
Alright, so as some of the guards begin falling over and realizing their laces have been tied together, let me just make a perception check real quick.
I would like to make a stealth roll, as we are trying to sneak past them.
Good call. Let me see
That
this.
is clearly a fucking... I'm gonna share my screen, because that is clearly a 19 up on that die. There isn't even an 8 on that side. Never mind, it went away. I'm mad.
Tragic. Are the rest of you also making stealth rolls?
Well, I mean,
It
we're
seems like
trying
the
to
smart
stealth,
decision.
but like, would we know he's doing this?
I don't know, are
Probably
you
not.
subtle spelling it? Do they know you're doing this?
I don't have any sorcery points left, but it's 120 feet away, and I'm just mumbling to myself. Which is kind of a thing I do anyway.
Fair enough. The guards begin looking around, and one of them sees you, and as he goes to like walk towards you guys to like question you, he just trips and falls on his face. So you might want to pick up the pace.
I giggle and go, we should go.
Alrighty.
More guys start to fall over as they turn to look and see what happened.
Yeah, you guys continue south, and as you come around the corner, you see a group of men, obviously not guards, brandishing weapons, come around the corner, like directly in front of you, and you guys almost run into each other.
Hey, we're leaving the city. Are you leaving the city? We should fucking go.
You got any coin?
No, that's why we're leaving the city. We don't have any money to pay anybody off with.
You see, that's gonna be a problem for us, unless you have something else.
No, it's gonna be a problem for me. Okay? We're not doing this right now. Do you all want to die? You will all die.
These are guards?
No, these are very obviously not guards.
Oh.
These are...
As an example, I turn to one of them. Suggestion. You're very hungry and your friends look delicious.
Hey, can Sathar pat Ted on the back to calm him down for a moment?
No, because there are guards right behind us who are suspicious because Ted did some shady shit.
No, I know.
We need to go.
I know. He's just gonna pat him on the back and go, "You help us. I can tell you where there's plenty of money that is currently not being guarded."
They kind of look between each other, and one of them steps forward. And he's one of the very few in the group who's holding his weapon like he knows how to use it. And he goes, "I'm interested."
We need to move. I will give you some pieces. I will tell you right now that we have come from the capital district, and I know exactly where the gold resides. So as long as you help us get down to the river, I will tell you where exactly it is within the unguarded current palace.
Tell you what, and he steps forward and he holds out his sword to you and he goes, "You can have my weapon. You tell my boys here where the gold is, and I'll go with you and lead you to the river."
Well, honestly, I would rather have you and your boys escort us. There are a lot of guards out right now.
And there are 20 right behind us. That's why I was in such a fucking hurry.
He goes, "There are 20 guards behind you," and as he asks you that, the guards come around the corner, and you watch this guy put 2 fingers in his mouth and whistle. And when he whistles, a flaming fucking, like, not a chariot, but a flaming carriage comes around the corner, and the horses are going straight for the guards, and he goes, "That looks handled."
Oh, fabulous.
Now, we were negotiating.
I offer him a high five.
He accepts.
The crispest of high fives.
He accepts.
Yes!
In the palace, past the garden, take your first right into the large room with the royal bed. Under the bed, to the right, under the floorboards, is a sack of gold.
He turns around and looks at the group and he goes, "Which one of you idiots wrote that down?" He wants them all just kind of stare concerned at each other.
I'll cast Prestidigitation and hand him a piece of paper with those instructions.
If you all are drinkers, there's plenty of whiskey in the kitchen. High quality stuff.
You motherfucker. He hands the note off to one of the guys who are with him, and he whispers something to him. Are any of you trying to figure out what he said?
Yeah.
Give me a perception roll.
Is it perception or insight to read lips?
I'm gonna go perception.
Okay.
Just because you don't actually have to read his lips, you can probably just hear what he's saying.
Not with an 8.
So you can't make out the entirety of what he says, but you do manage to catch the word Dasan because it's come up recently.
Son.
Dasani?
Is that the name of the smuggler? Everybody's pronouncing that name differently, so I'm just trying to clarify.
Yes, the smuggler's last name is Dasan.
Okay.
Okay, so Sneaky Pete's last name is Dasan.
Yeah. Cool.
Better than
Dasani.
DeVito.
Pete Dasani.
Also, if he's coming with us, he should probably have his weapon back.
That is up.
You know-
That is up to you all.
So Sathar didn't even take his weapon. He offered it,
I
and
don't
Sathar
see the
just
sense
told
in
him.
disarming someone who's
Yeah.
assisting us.
Sathar just told him.
All right. So the rest of the group that he's with heads off, and as they head down the street,
How long do I think it'll take for them to get from here to the castle?
probably an hour.
Cool. So as they get to the castle, the note will disappear.
Okay.
Prestidigitation only lasts an hour, so hopefully they look at it a lot between here and the castle.
You should just for the sake of not.
Should probably write them an actual note.
But it's funnier this way, and I'm not going to tell anybody.
All right. So they head off, and as they get down the street to where the carriage ran through the guards, you just see them walking amongst the guards who are trying to pick themselves up and just, like, literally, they're not even killing them. They're just kicking their weapons away and rifling through their pockets.
Nice.
Oh. Sathar is just going to continue walking. He is going to not grab Ridley, but like kind of pat Ridley on the back, assuming that Ridley is still writing stuff in his book as they're walking.
As they were talking to them, Ridley definitely pulled out his diary and started writing stuff on it.
He's just gonna pat Ridley on the back like it is time to walk now, like softly, just
Like a
to get him to
child
start.
at Disney
yeah.
World.
Yeah,
Like
just
a
like
child
start.
is-
Let's just start moving. And he's just gonna pat him softly so that Ridley starts walking, and just like keep his hand on his back to kind of guide him while Ridley's still writing stuff, and just follow down the path.
Can I say that Ridley has one of those book holders that like go from the belt.
Sure.
Yeah, so he'll just put it back and then continue walking.
As soon as he puts it away, Sathara's gonna pull his hand away.
Quick access.
As you guys are walking, he goes, so you were going to try to get all the way to the south end of the East Borough by yourselves?
Maybe. And I hand him a crown of flowers.
He's going to look at the crown of flowers, and let me just roll real quick. Yeah, he's just gonna toss it into a building.
As he tosses it into a building, I'll use prestidigitation to turn it into a swarm of moths.
Fair enough. The moths immediately start flying towards one of the burning buildings because lamp.
Yep.
Acceptable.
All right, with this guy leading you, you guys manage to make it to the river, and he kind of stops at the river, turns around and looks at you and goes, "You all know how to swim, right?"
Well, we're looking for someone.
Who are you
I
looking
do
for?
know how to swim.
Malum? What was his name?
Dasan. We're looking for Dasan.
Well, then it's your lucky day.
It seems we have found Dasan.
Hey, Dasan.
Do I look like a frog to you? Dasan looks like that guy, and he points at Jigsaw.
I see.
I pat Jigsaw on the head.
I'm
This is
pretty
great.
confident they don't. Sathara's just gonna stop himself.
Anyways,
Where is he?
Well, that's why I asked if you knew how to swim.
Is he in the water?
The entrance to the hideout is in the water.
Is it underwater?
It is.
That would be better for me.
Not so
fabulous.
good for me. Is there any other way out of the city?
Do you have something heavy I just reach over and grab a big chunk of broken building and jump in the water and sink to the bottom.
He's gonna look at the water as you sink down and look at Sathara and goes, "I didn't say it was underwater here."
That's where is it?
as Ted just sinks to the bottom of the river. Like I said,
Where-
it's on the south side of the East Borough.
Phenomenal.
I'll wait a moment and realize nobody else is getting in the water, and I'll go back on shore. Well, that was wet. Prestidigitation and dry myself.
Very well. Let's continue walking. Your assistance is. What is your name? Or alias? I don't care. I don't need your real name. What do you go by?
Ooh, can we call you Stabby McThundercock?
I'd prefer if you didn't.
Is fair enough.
I mean, I suppose we could shorten it to Thundercock, but like,
Or just cock is fine too.
yeah, the cock works, but that might make you confusing. There are a few cocks around.
What do chickens have to do with anything? Sathara's gonna look around.
I go by Azza.
Azza.
A-Z-A.
Odd's an odd name.
Well, I mean, it's a nickname, but it's because I go all the way to the end and then back again.
I like that. That's clever. It's really clever. I offer him another crisp high five.
He accepts.
Fabulous.
Anyways,
Guy.
are there more guards along this route?
Potentially, I don't know.
Do you know why the guards are out in full force? Obviously, the city is under attack. Who attacked? Is it the Brotherhood?
From what we've gathered from the people we've rescued.
Mm-hmm. Rescue.
Heavy implication of air quotes.
It seems like at some point in the evening the king put out an order for the guards to kill the nobles.
Oh yeah, that wasn't
know.
the king.
That's not important right now, Ted.
I'm reasonably sure it was the king. He took a small army and marched south.
That's fun. Anyways.
Can I Can I roll something there, Steven?
Or like what do you?
Just internal. Just process.
I guess roll me intelligence.
All right.
Guy's my best friend. Fuck.
You have half of whatever idea you were having.
Beautiful. He's just gonna go, fuck. All right. Are you going to continue walking with us, or are you going to go join your comrades at the palace?
Well, we
Well,
need someone to
we
show
haven't
us where
gotten to the place
underwater
yet.
it's at.
He said it's underwater. He said it's underwater at the south side. I guess it wouldn't be very obvious. So any other way not to swim?
Just responding to chat right now on the people who say Malum looks like Gwain's dad, Matt. Malum could be Gwain's dad. It's not like Gwain knows. Alright, what were you saying, Sathar?
Is there any way not to swim? I'm not particularly a fan of water.
Well, the hideout stayed hidden because we have to swim to get into it.
I suppose you could wait outside.
He's just gonna shoot. He's just gonna stare daggers at Malum as he says that.
Do you know how to shape water, Zathar?
Yes, in my hands. Now, yeah, let's continue walking. I think I'm gonna have to swim.
Hey, Isaac. Just out
Yeah.
of curiosity, are you cool with Malum being Gwain's dad? Because if you are, I'm about to make this canon.
I don't know who Gwain is, but sure.
It's one of the good players.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's great.
Fantastic.
That's perfect, actually, because
Fantastic. Gwain doesn't know
Yeah.
you exist, and you don't know he exists.
Beautiful. It's gonna make for a
ideal.
heartwarming family reunion when you end up driving a dagger through.
As you guys
It's
try
hard.
to murder each other.
Dad? Yes.
Yeah, yes. Enjoy the day.
I am your father.
Father? Alright. Oh god, wait till Gwain finds out he has a sister. Anyways, you guys
News.
you guys begin heading south, and Ozza stops you every once in a while, just out of the blue, and you guys watch groups of guards pass by. And then eventually you reach a point at the south side of the East Borough where he looks at you all just before the bridge and says, "Okay, now it's time to swim."
I pick up something heavy and jump in the water again.
Oh, great.
Ridley starts walking in the water, but it like freezes underneath him. He goes, "God dang these boots!"
Oz is just going to stop and look at Ridley.
Ridley starts taking off his boots. He gets back on shore and starts taking off his boots.
Oz is going to walk up to you, Sathar, and he's just going to hold out a large bag to you.
He's going to pause for a moment and take it. What is this?
Well, what it is waterproof. I recommend you put anything you don't want destroyed inside of it.
I'm gonna look at it, eyeing it for a second to see if he's potentially large enough to fit inside the bag,
You are not.
and
No.
then sigh and put his he's gonna pull out a couple of instruments and put them in, and his flask. Well, wait, no, my flask is watertight. It has to be.
It is.
Yeah.
And my fine clothes.
Alright, he's going to... Ozzo walks over and he crouches in front of Ridley as he takes his boots off and he goes, "You might want to put your notebook in the bag, lad. Be ashamed to see it ruined."
Yeah, he puts it in there.
Naturally.
And any writing
as-
utensil he has.
And attempting to do it without Sathar's actual knowledge, But as Sathar starts to get into the water, I'm going to attempt to cast Shape Water to keep the area immediately around him not water. And move it out of the way.
That'll work. I'm fine with
so
this.
he stays dry.
Holy shit! You have no idea. Like, if you would have done that while he knows, like, you would have made a friend.
All right. So you guys all hop into the water.
I don't have any subtle spell left. You're gonna know it's me
Oh,
anyway.
that's fair. That's fair.
So you guys all jump into the water, and Ozza jumps in after you, and then he like waves to you all and just dives to the bottom.
You see Ted just standing on the bottom waiting for everybody.
Question, because I'm not technically in water, would I just be able to walk down the slope and to the bottom?
So the walls are more of a canal than a river.
Well, if he's
But
shaping
yes,
water, though, that's my point.
You don't fall like you're falling through water. You fall like you're falling through air. You go straight to the bottom of this river.
Ted waves.
He probably lands on his feet. And he's probably okay. He's probably just very confused.
Hang on, how deep was this river?
On the continent, it's always raining.
And a desert.
Yeah, no, you're good, Sathar.
Okay.
Ozza swims up in front of you, Ted, and he kind of like, he gestures to his eyes and back to you, and then points down, and when you look down, you see that there's like a manhole cover on the bottom of the water, and he's asking you to help him get it up.
Can Sathar, because he's not in water, walk over and open it? Because I feel like he'd have a much easier time doing that.
Yeah. Plus your strength is probably better than 4.
No, but it's a lot easier to open a manhole cover in air than under 10 feet of water.
My strength isn't a +4.
Oh.
It's 4.
Oh, yeah. I'll help him.
I'll point at my eyes and point at Sathar and point at the manhole cover.
Yeah.
Piss off Murder Cat gonna handle this one.
All right, hang on. I'm turning you up a little bit, Dave.
Okay.
All right. So you open the manhole cover, and notably, the water doesn't just immediately get sucked into it.
Enchanted.
Opening
nice.
the drain at the bottom of the world.
Ozza is going to just stand there like he's getting ready to, and then he's literally going to just climb in through the manhole. You guys can follow him as you see fit.
Yeah, I'll follow him.
I'll let Sathar go first so I can drop the...
Sathar is making sure Ridley goes through.
Then Ridley goes through.
He then follows.
So you all climb down into what appears to be some sort of limestone cave. Like there's stalactites and there's water dripping from the ceiling. And there's this ladder is just along one of the stalactites on the way down.
So as soon as we pass through the breach, is it no longer water?
It is just air.
Okay. So at that point, I'll drop the shape water.
Yep.
And I'll yeet whatever heavy thing I have, like, off to the side of the ladder so it doesn't drag me down through everyone else, because I'm not strong.
Takes the cinder block, falls 30 feet to the floor of this cave.
Right.
You guys get to the bottom of this ladder, and you find yourself surrounded by grung.
Son of a bitch.
When Ridley gets to the bottom, he starts putting his shoes back on.
Okay.
Prestidigitation to dry myself and everyone else who's wet.
Yeah. Ozzo looks at you gratefully and holds up a hand for a crisp high five.
I give him a crisp high five. I fucking love this guy.
Ideal.
Ozzo's going to look at the grung and begin to just go through, like, the human versions of ribbiting in their language. Jigsaw, you hear him say, "These ones are friends. They're here to see Dasan."
Was that water tasting funny, or like is that guy like speaking my language?
My language.
Are you asking me or the rest of the party?
The rest of the party.
You
Oh.
hear in your head, yes, he's speaking your language.
Yeah, he
Water also
He-
tastes funny though.
a little bit of like lemon flavor in the water.
Yeah, more like shit flavor.
mean,
It's
I
a
wouldn't-
water.
I was
It's,
gonna
it's a
say,
river in a
Yeah.
city.
I don't think that was
You
lemon.
said shit flavored. And then I was suddenly reminded I was playing Journey to the Savage Planet earlier today, and in the ad for Grob, they say one of the flavors it can be is cucumber shit water.
Yes, that is an accurate description of how this water tasted. If any of you got it in your mouth. But Jigsaw, give me a history check.
Wait, his.
History.
Oh, never mind. I found it.
Oh boy. Yeah, these are grung, Jigsaw. You don't know why they're here because they're very clearly not grung, but these are grung.
Wait. Sorry, repeat that.
These are very clearly not vrung, but you don't know anything else besides that.
So are they a type of grung or are they?
No, they're grung. They're not vrung. They're not the grung that are normally in this city.
Yeah, I've never seen these ungs before. They ain't around for my parts, at least.
Okay.
Oz is going to stand up from finishing his conversation, look at you all, and say, "The sun's out right now, but you should all get some rest. You should be back in the morning."
Oh, thank God, a long rest.
Thank the Lord. I am hoping that it's at least a short rest because I'm not convinced we're going to get a long rest. I'm sorry.
It will be a long rest.
Oh, thank
no,
God.
no.
We've gone through 2 sessions without any rest. I had no doubt it was going to be a long rest.
Hey Ziglog, can you make sure that they're not going to attack us in our sleep?
Oh yeah. What watches are you guys?
So far,
Okay.
you hear in your head, I don't sleep, I'll keep an eye out.
He'll eventually get your name right. Don't worry about it.
One day.
When you've earned it. All right. So you guys are taking your long rest. Ted, you are on watch. I'm getting a map for your guys' next
Okay.
encounter right now, or your guys just for this room, so you guys have a map of this room.
So when Ridley sleeps, how is Ridley sleeping?
Curled in a ball.
And where is Ridley's book?
With him on his waist.
I'll use Mage Hand to bring it over to me and read it while I'm resting.
Can you do it without waking him up?
Give me perception at disadvantage, Ridley.
And if you'd like, I can roll Sleight of Hand.
Yeah, give me that as well. Yours will just be normal because obviously you're awake.
13. Ouch. If I could roll above a fucking 10 today, it would be amazing.
Would help, wouldn't it?
Still rolling better than
Hey.
Mingo did.
Ridley, would you use Sathar as a pillow?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, notably, they didn't give you any, there's no beds or anything. You guys are just sleeping on the floor of this cave.
More comfy than myself.
It is more comfy than your cell, yes.
If somebody doesn't have the bedroll, I will offer them mine.
I don't think Sathar would use a bedroll, I'll be honest with you.
Oh, also, I give Jigsaw my rations.
I think you would be able to grab my notebook, by the way.
Oh yeah, 100%, because you rolled an 11 and I rolled a 13.
Yep.
Can
You have his notebook. So while I
Can-
build this, what does he read in the notebook?
Would you like to read the last entry?
I would like to read as much of the thing as I can, starting at the most recent and working my way back.
I'm only going to say the most recent because that's the only one I've thought of. Man, I really hate my shoes. I mean, they're nice sometimes, but walking on water is just annoying when you want to swim in it. I really gotta get these checked out, or maybe figure out how to turn it off.
He has boots of water walking?
No, he does not. He just doesn't know he's magical.
Ah. Well, I'm assuming he has boots of water walking now.
Fair assessment.
Man wants them boots.
I don't want the boots, although it would be useful to not always sink in water.
You are capable
But
of
I can
swimming.
probably learn a spell for that.
That's my favorite thing, is that you're absolutely capable of swimming, which means you sink by choice.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%. It's just easier that way. It's not like I have to come up for air.
True. Alright. So...
Hey, Steven, I sent you a message.
Oh, God.
I saw that you rolled a perception check. If it's around his waist, unless his waist is on your body, which is weird, there's no way you would have known.
Yeah, aren't you asleep, Sithar?
I sleep 4 hours, don't I?
You do, but I was under the impression that he was taking this at the very beginning of the night.
Oh,
Like, right after everybody fell asleep, yeah. I have to
Gotcha.
have something to pass the time since I don't sleep.
You would have seen. You basically would have just read stuff similar to that.
Okay. So apparently you have a whole bunch of magic kit on you. According to your
Yeah.
book.
So according to my book, everything I'm wearing is some sort of magical. And give me some sort of magical effect.
Alrighty. Just about there with this. Give me a perception check just while you're on watch.
Oh, yeah, you got it. I should probably have a better perception. 12.
Yeah, so the Grung are obviously taking shifts watching you, or taking shifts watching you, while you're taking shifts watching them.
Well,
Yeah.
to them it looks like we're all sleeping. I'm just sleeping with my back against the wall. Or no, I'm reading a book, I guess.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious to them that you're awake.
Yeah. Whoever's on watch for the Grung, I'll message.
Okay?
Hey, so since we're both gonna be awake, you want to play a game?
He asks you if you wish to play dice.
Sure.
Alright. I will tell you what he pulls out a set of dice that are very suspicious, that look very suspiciously like they used to be knuckles.
Like brass knuckles? Or
No, like a person's knuckles.
Dope.
And then he looks at you and asks what you're playing for.
Fun, usually.
He
Why?
seems
What did you have in mind?
he seems disappointed. He asks you with message if you have a dice set.
Your
Let me
cards.
look. No. Wasn't I supposed to get a gaming kit as part of my criminal background?
I don't remember.
Huh.
Were
No
you?
matter. I offer my bedroll.
Okay. He sets it down, and then
What's his offer?
Oh, he's betting you his dice.
Oh, dope.
And then he is going to set the dice down, and he is going to look at you and offer to roll first.
Sure.
He also asks if you know how to play Smuggler's Dice.
No.
He's going to nod thoughtfully and then just roll the dice anyways.
Fair enough.
He's gonna roll 3 dice. Oh, I need to be writing this down.
You're establishing the rules for Smuggler's Dice?
No, I need to be writing down the dice rolls.
Oh. There is another dice game I know. It's called Petals Around the Rose.
So, he rolls a 3, a 1, and a 2, Dave.
Okay.
And then asks you what the total of the dice was.
It's 2.
He shakes his head.
Hmm.
And then holds up 2 fingers, like telling you that you have 2 more guesses. These are 6-sided dice, by the way, to be clear.
I figured. Okay, so it's a 3, a 1, and a 2. It's not Petals Around the Rose, which is a game that I incorporate into D&D a lot. A 3, a 1, and a 2. So it'd be 3.
He shakes his head again.
Tides of Chaos.
For another guess?
I'm erasing that guess and redoing it.
Does that function like that?
I
mean, I'm okay. Actually, fuck it. I'm okay with it.
I mean, it makes sense because it erases an action and lets you retry it.
Fair.
Functionally.
Fair. Alright.
I'm just using it in a roleplay aspect, I guess?
Which is why I'm cool with it. Alright. 3, a 1, and a 2.
And it's not 2. It's not 3.
It's not. He's still holding up 2 fingers.
4.
He shakes his head again. And then he just holds up 1 finger and goes, "You have 1 guess, then I get new bed."
5.
He shakes his head again and then says 15.
In fairness, how is it 15?
In fairness, he's just going to show you how to play the game so you can trick other people with it.
It's whatever's not.
Every dice he rolled, it's the opposite side.
Fabulous. That's genius.
It's the addition of the opposite side of the dice. Since they all add up to 7, it becomes 15.
In exchange for this dice set, would you like to learn another game similar to this?
He's going to look at you and ask when he gets his bedroll first.
Oh, he already has it. It's sitting there. It's his.
He's going to say, "Are you betting me for my dice set, or are you taking?"
I'm offering to teach you a new game in exchange for your dice set. It's a barter.
He nods excitedly.
Okay. So, do me a favor. Roll 3 physical dice and tell me what the numbers are. This
2,
only works if you can see them.
2. 3 2s.
3 2s? Okay, so you roll dice, any number of dice, and you ask the person what it equals. It's similar to Smuggler's Dice in that regard. What number do you think this is?
0.
No, it is 2. Roll again.
6, 2, 4.
Okay, what do you think this one is? Now, you get 5 tries, but the dice get re-rolled every time.
It is 3.
It is 0. Roll again. Remember, the name of the game is Petals Around the Rose, and that is very important.
5, 3, 4.
Well, what do you think this one is?
4.
No, it is 6.
He's just gonna look at you confused and ask you to explain the game.
I will explain the game. So, on a die face, odd number die have center pips. Those are the only scoring dice. And there are the number of pips around that center pip are what you add up. So a 5 is worth 4, a 3 is worth 2, 6, 4, 1, and 2 are worth 0.
I'm just gonna point out, there's literally no way I could have won this game because my dice has actual fucking numbers on it.
So you would have never seen that. Okay.
There is no physical way I could have won this game. He's going to look at you and just pass the dice to you, which is just 4 6-sided dice that are made out of knuckles.
Nice.
And then he's just going to pull out another set of 6-sided dice made out of knuckles.
It's a cool game, though.
We'll say that you guys just play dice games
Oh, yeah.
until everybody else wakes up. So you guys wake up to see Ted and this Grung, who, at this point, they're literally betting the bedroll because they've been beating each other back and forth all night.
At the end, can we say the bedroll's in my possession and I just give it to him anyway?
Sure. A notable thing, Ted, is that this Grung has been waving off the people who are coming to replace him.
Nice. I made a friend. I will ask him what his name is.
Fuck you.
Or it is very hard for me to pronounce the names of your people. Can I give you a name in my tongue?
He is going to say yes, but he will tell you his name.
How does Charlie sound? You remind me of a story I heard once from a bard about a man called Charlie Day.
He's gonna shake his head and say, Vetchin.
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 I forgot how to... Oh, I figured out how to add items.
And then at this point, Oz is going to walk in and see you all kind of waking up from your night's rest. Everybody sleep well?
Good enough.
Did he return my diary?
Oh, yeah. Before Sathar woke up, hopefully.
Dog ear bookmarked the page and returned it.
100%. Also, in the beginning, I wrote, if you're reading this, look up. Like, on the front inside jacket cover.
Okay. Alright. So, he wakes you... Ozzo wakes you all up, asks you all how you slept. He looks at Sathar and Ridley and goes, and you two?
Not the worst cave I've slept in.
Well, that's good because the boss wants to see you all.
Ooh, fun.
He's just gonna pause for a moment and then pull out his food and start eating.
He wants to see you all sooner rather than later, but I'll let you finish your meal. And he walks off and just disappears through a door
That
in
was
the cave.
Azza?
Yes.
I'm gonna follow Azza.
Wait, is it dark in this cave?
No, it's actually pretty well lit.
Okay.
There's glowing moss all over the ceiling and the walls.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay, I was gonna
Right.
do something, but it's fine.
I'll
So-
try to collect a little bit of the glowing moss.
Oh,
Like, I'll ask somebody if it's okay.
Hey,
Vetchin advises you to not touch the moss
Okay.
because it took a very long time to grow.
hey, Ridley, eat before we go.
Okay, mom. And then pulls out his meal.
Discount Cliff Bar.
I also tell Vetchin that when we leave, if he would like to go on adventures, I am in need of an intern.
Vetchin's gonna point to Jigzog and just give you a questioning look. He clearly thinks that Jigzog is your intern.
No, Jigzog is my pet.
Yeah.
Student athlete.
He seems offended by this.
Not like that, but like, Not pet. Ward. He is my ward. That's a better word.
Hmm.
I'm
He-
looking after him and making sure he is safe.
He
He's
nods.
capable.
He nods thoughtfully and says that although he would like to go with you, he can't leave the Grung military until his conscription is up.
Well, when it's up, come find me. You know where I'll be.
He nods and then goes off to get his own sleep.
Okay.
Can I just defy like Oz's request and just like walk up to a piece of like moss as like my eyes just like grow, like the pupils dilate?
That was
And just touch
that
them
was
off.
the other Grung's request.
And we've been talking almost exclusively through message.
Yeah, so you wouldn't even
No.
know. So
Okay,
you
then can I still
absolutely
touch the moss though?
Yeah, you can touch the moss. Where your fingers touch the moss, it darkens.
Okay.
Because
Can
your
I just
poison just
keep-
killed the moss.
I just want to keep touching the moss.
As you walk around, leaving little Grung fingerprints on all this moss on the cave walls, the Grung guards look at you, and they don't look angry. They just look disappointed.
Do I see him doing this?
You do.
I message in his head. You should stop doing that. It took a long time to grow. I was advised against.
But shiny.
We will find you your own shiny Jigsaw.
Alright, I'll
In-
just
in-
sadly
in-
crawl up. I'll
in
sadly
fact-
crawl up Ted's body onto the shoulder.
I will hand Jigsaw my sickle.
Jesus, that seems like a mistake.
this can only go poorly.
Jigsaw starts to fall off your shoulder, uses the sickle as a hook on the other side of your neck to try and stay on.
Well, that hurts. It's mending. It doesn't heal hit points, but it'll remove the hole.
Oh, I'm saying in the future, not right now.
Oh.
So after you guys are done eating, you notice that Ozzy still hasn't left the room. Like he still hasn't come back. So you guys are just kind of left sitting there.
I look at one of the Grung. Where's the boss?
He points to the door that Ozzy went through.
Fabulous. Shall we?
I don't see why not.
Alright, let me fill this room real quick for y'all. Jesus Christ, that's huge. Alright, so you guys head into this room, and you find yourselves in a room that there are many Grung in, and all of these Grung are actually in armor. And then there are several humans scattered throughout the room, and there is a very large Grung sitting on a sofa at the end of the room.
That's probably our guy.
Like this
Large as in like tall, or large as in like
large as in like
Jabba the
as
Hutt.
big, if not bigger than Sithar.
Do I see Ozza in here?
Yes, let me put a token down for him. Ozza is currently talking to the Grung sitting on the sofa. And around the room as you guys walk in, there is a large amount of just, it looks like stolen property. Like the entire right side, the entire north side of the room is covered in just various pieces of furniture. The south side of the room is just crates and barrels. And then there's just a huge amount of food stacked up.
I mean, to be fair, items in Dungeons and Dragons only have two states. They are either stolen or not stolen yet.
True. But yeah, Ozza's talking to this Grung.
I'll casually saunter up.
As you saunter up, you hear Ozza say to the Grung, "The two you were looking for are back there."
Referring to us?
Referring to two of you.
It's Sathar and Ridley.
You
Or
know this is
Jigzog and
me.
Malum, possibly.
Sathar and Ridley are
Very
just
well be.
kind of chatting away quietly, like whispering to one another.
Why am I on top of Jigzog?
It might have just been the way the token's copied. Hang on.
I'm being crushed.
Jigzog
Or
is supposed
Zigzag.
to be on me, not the other way around. If I stood on Jigzog, it would probably hurt.
Alright, you two are grouped again. Unless Jigzog moves himself.
Damn it.
You can use Alt and click on your character to move him under Jigzog. Free of the grid snapping. Alright. The rest of you, so Sathar, Ridley, what are you talking about?
Oh, we're just chatting away quietly about the party and what Ridley thinks.
What does Ridley think?
With the party?
Yeah.
They're pretty cool so far, I guess.
Pretty cool so far.
He keeps referring to them as friends.
Yeah, my friends are all pretty nice so far.
Malum, what are you doing?
I mean, Malum is just like, sort of waiting for something to happen. Like he assumed that Ted went up to go talk about getting us out of here, and so he's he's just gonna nonchalantly lean up against the wall, I think, and sort of scowl when he hears the kid call him his friend.
He didn't say that out loud.
Oh, never mind then.
You do recognize the grung at the front of the room, though, Malum. Recognize him from the
Only
yard.
two? Oh, yeah, of course. It's my guy. I guess I'll go up and talk to him. You make a good point.
Just Ridley looks around. Hey, Sathar, is something happening right now? Should we do something?
As I walk up, I offer Ozza a crisp high five.
He does not accept.
I will stand there with my hand awkwardly kind of in the air, and I look at it and give myself a high five and put it down.
They're chatting up there. We should probably go pay attention to make sure they don't
Malum, as you walk up,
cause more problems.
Dasan looks at you and goes, Malum. And it's kind of like a croaking English. And he goes, last time I saw you in prison.
I'm out now.
Wait, did we just
For
find
some
Louis
reason.
Armstrong?
Alright, listen
My
here.
Sing
boy,
for me?
Louis.
Listen here, voices are hard.
No, I'm with you.
How do you get out?
The king let me out.
When you say that, the grung in the room are just gonna kind of like... It's not very subtle, but they just kind of like actually grip their weapons like they mean to use them.
To the nearest
Hey.
grung in his head. Don't worry, I don't trust him either. If he's a problem, I'll kill him myself.
The nearest grung to you would be Dasan.
The nearest not Dasan grung.
The grung down here that you messaged does not seem... God, what's the fucking word I'm looking for?
Phased.
No, not phased. Does not seem
Appeased?
comfortable with that as an answer.
He doesn't like the fact. I don't trust him either. If he's a problem, I'll take care of him.
Sathar is going to lean down and whisper something to Ridley along the lines of, "Do not mention who your father is right now." And
Ridley just sort of like looking through his bags.
and then yeah, he's just going to step up a little. Actually, he's going to step behind towards the nearest grung to Ridley and just continue to listen to the conversation.
King let you out of prison?
Only so that I could, like, go turn on my own people or something. I don't know. It wasn't really an offer, it was more of a threat.
That no make no sense.
He let me out so I could go help these guys, like, hang out in my you know, it's complicated. I don't actually know why he let me out, but he let me out.
Who are
I
these
think
guys?
he was replaced. These guys are fellow prisoners. They showed up after you got out.
Kind of narrows his eyes at you. Roll me deception.
Ooh, I think I was good
Question:
at this.
how much to get this big boss guy to sing "What a Wonderful World"?
You have to get me to sing what a. You'd have to get me to sing it, and I can't I can't keep that voice up for that long.
What a wonderful world.
I got 19.
He
You have
kind
to
of
be willing to release read your vocal cords.
he narrows his eyes at you, and he goes, "You four," and he points to like points to you, Jigsaw, Ted, and Ridley, and he goes, "Prisoners," and then he points to Cesar and go, "Not prisoner."
I laugh.
Correct. None of these worldly prisons could contain me for very long. If I ever got tired enough, I'd just go back home.
Advisor to King. Why cat here?
When he says that Sithara is going to hold one of his hands up in like a like not reaching for a weapon type of way and slowly lower it into his bag, and kind of pause for a second and lean over so that they can't see his face. Cast minor illusion and pull out the mannequin head, which he's trying to make look like the king's head.
Let me give this guy an insight check really quick. Where the fuck did my dice go? He looks at you and goes, "Cat kill king?"
In a sense. And then he's just gonna put it back in the
Into his bag.
Yep.
He starts.
We're trying to get out of the city.
Ah, and you come to best smuggler in city.
Yes.
That's what Malum says.
I mean, if you want it done right, you go to the guy who does it right.
Yes. You already help.
Oh shit. Nope, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
You all make Desan very rich. Oz's men bring back much gold.
At
Good
which
to
point I
hear.
think, fantastic. They found it before the note disappeared.
Oz turns and looks at you and goes, "Before the note, what?"
Yeah. So, it was a failsafe in case they got caught. The evidence would go away. I was trying to keep them safe.
Huh.
And
Anyways.
it had entirely slipped my mind that I had done that until right now.
Anyways, yeah, they brought back a lot of coin, so I think you're in Desan's good graces right now.
Hey, Desant, do you go by another name? I don't recall hearing your name throughout the underworld.
Desan looks at you and just says, "Desan is river spirit." And then he kind of like nudges Ted with the back end of his spear and go, "Spirit goods," and then just kind of laughs to himself.
Ted will also laugh, but have no idea what the joke is.
Are you the jokester of the river?
Desan is spirit of river.
I thought I was just gonna smile. I've heard. Okay, What do you need anything else to get us out of the city? I've heard good things about your work.
Why leave?
Unfortunately, rather pertinent.
I have business elsewhere that I need to attend to. My dagger has an appointment with a man that it just cannot be missed. And unfortunately, he is not within the city.
That is unfortunate. For the rest of you, though, why leave? Scythian chaos ripe for takeover.
They're coming to aid me in my journey. Why
And
bring
I'm just,
one
you
man
know,
to do a one-man job when you can bring an entire crew and make sure it gets done quickly?
I have made a deal that requires my presence elsewhere that involves this boy, so he is coming with, and it is outside of the bounds of the city.
The Sun need much force take over gate.
What if instead of taking over the gate, we blew it up?
That would do him no good once he takes the gate.
Not
Fine.
the gate itself, the guards.
Well,
I would like to sit down and try to explain to them what I need to try to make gunpowder. The Dark Botherhood.
What do you mean?
version.
Okay.
Oof. Well, I guess this guy's gonna roll Arcana and see if he understands.
I'm assuming there's a rubber chicken involved as well.
Yeah, he has no idea what you're talking about.
Hey.
None of these components make sense to him.
That's super fair.
Head.
Why would a
The
four-leaf
sun.
clover, a rubber chicken, and that guy's glass eye make an explosive?
Alright, listen here, Rocket Raccoon.
No, it's really, I need it.
Dasan, do you know much about the Institute?
Evil magic people.
In a sense. Do you know what is under the Institute?
Giant prison.
Correct. You help us escape the city, and I will trade all of the information I have about the prison's layout to you. And as far as I know, there are plenty of spellcasters down there that are looking to be free.
Dasan likes this plan. You break spellcasters out of prison, Dasan gets you out of city.
Didn't say we'd break them out. I would tell you about them.
But spellcasters, what Dasan need, take gate.
I cast spells.
Ridley finally pulls out a paintbrush out of his bag. Found it.
Would you like to see one of my favorites? No harm will come to you, your men, or any of the area.
Okay.
I cast Mage Hand and give Ridley a wedgie.
Ridley, are you trying to run away? Wait, is Mage Hand invisible?
No, it's blue.
Yeah.
So are you trying to run
Wait,
away
really?
from this Mage Hand,
It's only
Ridley?
invisible if you're an arcane trickster.
You see this Mage Hand appear behind you, Ridley.
How does he see it behind him?
Or I guess Sathar would see it behind him.
Yes. I wink at Sathar and grab his shorts and just do a quick yank.
You interact with a mage hand?
Don't know.
Depending on whether or not the spellcaster wants you to.
Mage Hand.
I don't think it's inanimate. I think you can still interact with it.
It is a
it-
spectral hand, which means it is solid or not solid depending on the whim of the caster.
Do I rule a wedgie as an attack action because the hand can't attack?
It wouldn't do any damage.
I guess a wedgie is acceptable.
And I'm a wild sorcerer.
It wouldn't be a very good wedgie though because the hand can only lift 10 pounds.
Oh right, I'm not even applying that much.
It's kind
force,
of just
more
a. It's kind of just a.
Okay.
Ridley, you feel kind of a half-ass tug on the back of your pants.
He looks over at
Thar's
Sathar,
behind him.
see if he's
As
he
he
sees
turns
it.
as he turns to look at Sathar, I make the hand go away.
He's gonna pause for a second and go, just look at Ted and go,
Head's
Nice.
giggling like a schoolgirl.
he's gonna look down at Ridley and just point to Ted. And say mage hand. Because I'm assuming he could see it. So he knows what's up.
Yeah.
I dispelled it as he turned to look.
No,
yeah.
but Sathar
No,
could see it.
Sathar
Oh, yeah,
saw what
Sathar
happened.
could see it. I thought you meant Ridley could see it.
No.
No, 100% Sathar could see it. That's why it was funny.
Ridley
That's why
believes Sathar.
Ridley just kind of ignores it at this point since it really didn't do anything.
Dasan is gonna kind of chuckle. And it just kind of sounds like croaking and ribbits mixed together.
I offer him a crisp high five.
He waves at Ozza, who turns and gives you a crisp high five.
I'm
Oh,
into that. That
really
works.
Really just sort of kneels and like starts painting on the ground with his paintbrush. It still works.
What are you painting?
He's just painting.
I will use prestidigitation to clean the floor and his brush.
It doesn't do anything.
It doesn't. He's not using actual paint.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
dumbass. Ridley, you little shit.
Sathar is going to step up again and say, so I'm happy to tell you the layout, but we will not be going into the Institute in its current state. The information that
I
we
mean,
possess,
we were
even
gonna
if we are,
go, now might be the perfect time.
the information we possess would do you no good if we die trying to get it for you. We all know plenty of information about the city outside of the Institute. Even if we are outside the walls, I am happy to continue to answer questions for you. As long as you...
Ozza turns and looks at you and goes, I don't think you're getting the point. We can't get you out of the city.
The Great River Spirit doesn't have another way out of the city?
The Great River Spirit looks very aggravated and just says, not since put gates in water.
Battle stations. Raid incoming.
I was just going to stop and look at the rest of the group.
Real quick. Hey, Vicky, thanks for the raid. Appreciate it. Welcome, Raiders. We're playing D&D. This is episode 3. Our characters are currently trying to negotiate a way out of their city with the smuggler.
What you need, and let's make
Never
a
feed
deal.
'em after midnight.
You know us demons.
Hey, thanks for the follow,
Devils.
little Captain.
We can't resist a good deal.
Dasan, help.
Okay.
Dasan sneak you into basement while Grung attack Institute above ground.
In exchange to escape the city. How many spellcasters do you want?
As many as can get.
Well, this might be a thing we could accomplish with the help of Azza and Vetchel.
Ozza's kind of looking unhappy and goes, I think we will be helping. I have a feeling he's about to tell us to attack the Institute.
Oh, sorry, I zoned out for a minute.
Even if you attack the Institute, there's no guaranteed way to get the spellcasters alive and out. They're going to be. He's going to stop and chuckle slightly. Agitated, to say the least.
Also, this might be better with a sizable but smaller covert group as opposed to an entire army.
Yes, that why you go in basement while we distract.
What's the gate made out of?
The gate in the water?
Yeah, he's Sathar's asking.
Ah, steel.
Malum. You
Yeah.
you like science, yes?
I'm Is this a joke?
Am I laughing?
He pilots boats. Why would he have anything to do with science?
All right, you're the worst. What do you need? What are you thinking?
How do we erode steel? Quickly.
Fire? Explosions?
Okay, well, fire and
We turn
explosions
it
don't.
into dandelions.
How is the steel protected in the water? Have you studied the gate?
Magic.
River spirit? There any magic on it? Or is it just steel and water?
Oh, did you not hear me say magic?
No.
Oh, okay. It might not have picked up. But he said it was magically protected.
Hmm.
I look at Sathar. Do you know Dispel?
No.
Neither do I. Among your great horde, would you happen to have a scroll of Dispel magic?
Desam's gonna look around the room and kind of gesture, and the Grung are just gonna go start looking through things.
Because I feel like if Sathar and I work together, we could make that a thing that gets handled.
Thar is going to stop for a moment, look at Ridley, smile, and ask if he can approach the river spirit and whisper something to him.
Message me what you're whispering to him.
Oh, I can say it out loud for
Oh,
everyone who's
yeah,
in chat.
What are you saying?
He is going to ask if he's going to say that I'm going to ask you for something ridiculous that you will not have. I am going to actually be asking you if you have a stick laying anywhere, and I just need you to say yes. I have an idea. He's going to step back and say, "Do you have a wand of melt steel?"
Yes.
Excellent. Is it over there? He's just going to point to a corner.
Yes.
He's going to walk over and just try to find a stick.
You walk over to try and find a stick, and he says something in Grung, which Jigsaw you would understand as he says, "Get this man a stick," and one of the Grung is just going to break you off the corner of a chair and hand it to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna decide not to translate for that one and just leave it ambiguous for the party.
He's going to walk over and hand this to Ridley and go, "Hey, Ridley, think you're up to the task of melting some steel?"
Oh yeah, this sounds awesome. Can I test this out?
What? It's a wand, so it's not going to have very many charges. We'd have to use it on the gate. You wanna go try it?
Oh yeah, sure. Why not? Ridley puts his paintbrush away.
Okay.
worth a shot. It's worth a shot.
It is worth a shot, I guess. He's gonna look at you and say, Ozza, take you to gate.
Ridley starts looking at the wand and goes, how do I activate this?
And Vetchel?
No. Vetchel, stay here. Prepare for when wand doesn't work.
He kind of points the wand at the ground, and maybe I just go like this, and then a fire just shoots out of the wand.
The Grung are all gonna dive for cover, and Ozza's just gonna stand there with a mild look of concern on his face.
In Oz's head, I have no idea what is up with that child. Like, everything he's wearing is magic, apparently.
Ozza's... Hang on, let me make a roll real quick. Ozza is going to respond in your head, yes, what the child is wearing is magical.
I'll message back. That's what his diary said. I would like to roll a wisdom check now.
You can. Ozza's going
The
to...
19, I go, scratch that. Everything makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah, Ozza's just gonna say, Ozza's going to just respond to you, I would put much less faith in children's diaries.
I will start laughing maniacally in front of everyone for what appears to be no reason. And then I'll message Sathar. When the fuck were you gonna tell me he was a sorcerer?
When it became relevant, and it has yet to become relevant.
I'll message Sathar back. It's been relevant because if he knows he's a sorcerer, he can learn to channel his abilities and actually be useful. He needs taught.
He does, but now is not the time.
Although it's interesting what you're trying to do with the wand.
Whether if he believes something might work, it may work. It is worth the shot.
He runs over to Sathar. Hey, I found another a setting for this, and lightning just shoots out of the wand.
He's gonna just take a deep breath and go, you've already used 2 charges. Most wands normally have 3. We're gonna hold off, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Very cool though. Now, gate, he's gonna say as he slowly starts walking towards the door before Ridley casts another random spell in this basement.
Oz is going to just look very concerned at this entire situation. And just go, yeah, I'll take you to the gate.
I'm gonna do something really crazy.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn a flower into a brooch.
Into a what?
And walk up and give it to Ridley and go, this is a brooch of magical armor.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to give him access to the mage armor spell.
Ridley kind of looks at you, looks at the flower. He goes, "No, I'm okay."
Oh. Well, that's okay.
Oh. Okay.
Ozza walks up to you, Sathar and Ridley, and looks at the two of you and goes, "Are you ready to swim again?"
He's gonna take a deep breath and he's gonna go, "Hey Ted, wanna come with?"
I got you.
Appreciate it.
You and I will walk.
So, your shaped water, does that replace the oxygen too?
Do devils breathe?
Yes.
Well.
However,
are you about to put him in a bubble of just sheer suffocation?
No. Because there's still oxygen. It would still diffuse out.
No, because he's shaping the water away from you.
Right, but
So,
as the air touches the water, it would still diffuse the oxygen. That's not how diffusion doesn't keep the gas in.
But also, when you're underwater, you have to hold your breath anyways. We're all underwater.
Yeah. That was kind of why I
he's
did
drowning,
worry about
I'm
it.
drowning.
That's also true.
Plus, while it won't replace the oxygen, if that became a thing, I do have a solution for that.
I mean,
So you can change the state of water with shape water.
Just gonna turn it into fog.
Yep. And
Hang
when
on.
that happens,
5
some
foot
of the
cube.
hydrogen oxygen bonds will break down.
I still think. I mean, that's
Yeah,
that's the
like,
way bubblers work. Is it's diffusion.
Yeah.
So
So I looked it up and literally I'll read it later, but I found an entire thing called D&D 5e, the practical guide to shape water, and it is 10,000 words.
Oh my god.
It's super
Why?
useful. Everybody always asks me, why do you always take shape water? I'm like, oh, I
It's
don't
the
know.
best
Is
one.
it raining and there's a guy over there trying to murder me? Wall of ice with shape water.
All right, we'll just say that he turns it into fog, so you get damp, but you keep your oxygen, Sathar.
I mean, that's better than being wet.
True.
Well, and I can dry you, so.
Ridley just hold on and pulls out a raincoat. He puts on the raincoat, and what the effect is that it's enhanceability. It gives him bull strength.
Do you have alter self?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say if you had alter self, you could just do aquatic adaptation.
Alright. So we have solved Sathar and Ridley. Well, I guess, alright, you guys are just gonna head to the gate.
Yep. I think everyone's coming because
Is Malum going with?
Malum, are you coming?
Yes, of course. Sorry.
Just in case it happens to work.
Yeah, it seems unlikely, but being stuck around here might be just as bad.
Alright, so you guys head back into the glowing cave. That's kind of the moss that Jigsaw has touched is now glowing like an iridescent yellow instead of green. Kind of giving a weird cast to the room. And Oz is going to climb back up the ladder and look down at you all to see if you're ready to go.
Oh yeah, I'm climbing up the ladder.
As we're leaving and I'm still on Ted's shoulders, can I just go back to touching the moss as we walk past it?
You're walking through the center of the room, aren't you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't be able to hit any moss until
Can I jump off and go back to touching the moss?
Sure you can.
Alright.
Alright, so while you guys are climbing the ladder, Jigsaw is just walking around the room touching moth. And killing it.
Wow.
Thaumaturgy and message. I'm using thaumaturgy to make my eyes change a dark reddish purple with a glow. And message in Jigsaw's head. You should stop doing that and return to your post now.
Jigsaw just puts his head down and walks back. He's like, okay.
Jigsaw.
And then climbs back up on the shoulder.
Alright. Ozza's going to pop the hatch into the river and just pull himself into the water.
I'll follow him.
Alright. So you guys follow. As you guys are swimming in the water, Ozza is going to swim up to Ridley and Malum. And he's just going to offer you both a small vial.
Ridley will take it.
He's gonna kind of make the drink gesture.
Yeah, he does it.
You find yourself with the ability to breathe underwater.
I'm gonna just keep an eye on Ridley. Does it look like he's getting hurt?
Ridley immediately
Oh.
drowned. No, I'm just kidding.
Ridley does turn blue.
Are you casting a spell to turn Ridley blue?
Yes, I am.
Alright, Oz is gonna look at you, Malum, and give me a... You guys have been underwater for 15 seconds, so I'm not gonna get a constitution throw from you yet, but if you don't drink the potion, I'll get one later.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hold my breath as long as possible. Just keeping the vial ready, but not.
Alright. You guys begin to swim, you're essentially just walking on the bottom of this river because Ozza and Ridley can breathe water. Malum, you guys go for about a minute and a half and give me a Constitution saving throw. Or are you just drinking the potion as soon as you think you can't hold your breath anymore?
Well, I clicked the button before you asked that question.
Ah, perfect.
Did get a dice.
Yeah, you are very much out of air.
All right, I'll drink the potion.
You find yourself with the ability to breathe.
As he drinks the
Oh, thank
potion, I'm gonna
God.
cast Thaumaturgy to make the ground shake around his feet.
Okay. This sends ripples through the water, and Ozza kind of turns and looks at Malum and just shakes his head like it's Malum's fault.
Good, that's the point.
Wasn't me.
Alright. Ozza leads you guys down this river bottom until you guys reach what is a very, very new steel gate that has just been placed across the entirety of the river. And he kind of just like waves at Ridley, like, give it a shot. If Ridley
Yeah.
uses the wrong spell here, it's gonna hurt.
Ridley
Lightning.
goes up. Ridley goes up and casts Burning Hands on, I guess, a cross section of it.
Alright, so Ridley, you walk up and you cast Burning Hands on this gate. And the fire, are you like just holding your hands like next to the bars?
He's holding the wand up next to the bars.
Yeah, so the fire comes from your hands, not the wand. Although I don't know if you noticed that or not. But
The entire stick's just on fire.
as the fire is hitting the bars, Sithar, you can see like almost a purple shimmering coming off of them.
Do I see a locking mechanism on this gate?
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Does it look like? Because it would have to move up to allow ships in and out of the city.
You can't see a locking mechanism below the water.
Battle stations. Raid
Message
incoming.
Sithar. You're gonna want to come with me if you don't want to get wet.
Real quick, hey Minoru, thanks for the raid. Welcome raiders. We are playing Dungeons and Dragons. Right now they are trying to figure out how they are going to get through a underwater gate. So far they have tried fire.
You're
Look,
gonna want
water
to come with me
creatures
if you
should
don't
be
want to
weak
get
to
wet,
fire.
but I'm gonna go see if I can't handle this above water.
Are you going with them, Sithar?
Yes. I am also going to tell Ridley to be safe or come with us. One of the two.
As he can't swim, I'm going to attempt to use the force of shape water to kind of jet him up.
Oh, I was just going to assume you were going to just put his feet in water so he could kind of kick his way up.
Oh no, I'm using shape water anyway. I might as well create a fucking pulse jet underneath of him to shoot him up.
As you finish your sentence to Ridley, Sithar, you just shoot to the surface like a bobber.
Okay.
Let me just make a roll real quick. When you get to the top of the water, Sithar, there's just a child sitting on the bank looking at you wide-eyed.
And
Hey
I'm
kid, want some
obviously
candy?
going up with him.
The kid just nods his head.
Cool,
I
it's in
will
the
hand
water.
I will hand the child a rock that tastes like candy.
I still have food in my pockets.
You do. Are you going up with them?
Well,
Cyanide,
I didn't
dude.
empty them yet.
Are you about to poison this child?
I'm
No
underwater.
witnesses.
There's nothing for me to be doing.
Okay.
Russian
me to
stealth,
do.
best stealth, no witnesses.
This kid just takes the rock and looks at it strangely and puts it in his mouth before nodding and just giving you like a tiny salute and just going back to staring into the water.
Fabulous.
Hey kid, do you hang out here often?
The kid nods.
Have you seen the gate go up and down?
The kid nods.
How did they open the gate? Where did they open it from?
He points to a building that is on the side of the gate that has a couple of guards posted outside of it.
Fabulous. That's where we're going.
Hey,
You know
Ridley's Sorry.
I was gonna say, do you know the guards, kid?
He shakes his head. And then looks at you
Oh.
and goes, they're all new.
Well, that was all of the things, so Ridley, go for it.
Ridley's gonna kick the gate.
Underwater.
Yeah, and as his foot makes contacts, he's still wearing his boots, so it's gonna freeze.
Okay, the water around... So the water directly around the gate freezes, but the water that is touching the post doesn't. So this like tube of ice just starts at the bottom and slowly floats up until it hits a crossbeam.
Nice.
Congratulations, Ridley. You have created the first pool floaties made of ice.
How are you at sneaking, Zathar? Can you be quiet? Can you be secret?
He's gonna pause for a second and go, "Hey kid, you want to make some money?"
Kid looks down at you and just nods.
Go tell those guards that you I got a buddy under. Wait, is Malum on the surface with us?
No, he's underwater.
I got a buddy under the water. He's got plenty of food. Are you hungry? Is your family hungry?
He said he pulls the rock out of his mouth, points to the rock, and shakes his head.
Yes or no?
No.
Is your family hungry?
The kid's just gonna kind of look sad.
I tell you what, we will get your family some food if you can get those guards away from
I
that
think
door.
you misunderstand him looking sad. Would you like a new father?
The kid looks up and shakes his head again.
No or yes?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, his sad look, Zathar, was that he doesn't have a family.
I was offering to be his family.
The
I
creepy
have
waterman
room for
who
one
just
more
gave him
small
a...
creature.
The creepy waterman who just gave him a candy rock does not seem like a good family to this child.
You know,
fair.
that's
safe.
super
That's-
fair. Although, you've seen how I've cared for
How would the
Jigsaw.
kid know? He doesn't have a father. How
You're
is he supposed to know what a
decaying.
good father's like?
Hey
I would
kid,
actually
you get
be a reasonably good parental figure,
Is Jigdog also on the surface?
except the murder. No, Jigsaw probably is underwater with the rest of them.
Yeah.
Hey kid, you get them away from the door, and I will make sure that you meet a group of people that will help you take care of you for the rest of your life.
Roll persuasion.
I would like to aid him.
You know, if I've learned anything from all the evil campaigns I've played, Sky, it's that the evil crews typically end up adopting orphans. As in the evil game that Orion ran for us, we also adopted orphans.
They adopted 3 of them.
The last evil,
sometimes you
the
just
quote
gotta
unquote
take care of
last
people.
evil campaign that I played in, I opened an orphanage.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, orphans are really easy to talk into committing crimes.
Yeah, where are you
So-
gonna get goons?
Yeah. Like,
Don't
I-
say that part.
I am currently talking a child into distracting guards. Like, there are no better people to distract guards than children.
Alright, so you got an 11.
He gets plus
What's-
1d4 for my aid action.
Roll that d4.
And I'm offering the kid a torch.
I mean, I guess it would still be persuasion, even if I'm making a devil deal.
Yep. Roll me that 1d4, Dave.
Two.
The kid is going to look at you both and take the torch, seeming like he understands what you mean, and he's going to walk up the street with it, light it on fire, and throw it through a window.
Oh my
To the
god, can I please adopt this child?
He's just gonna turn around and give you a thumbs up, and then sprint off into the street.
Do the guards sprint after him?
Absolutely. The two that are standing post outside this gate thing look at the fire, look at the child, and just take off down the street after him.
Want to adopt this child right now.
I mean, our goal was accomplished. You wanna go through the door?
Yeah. We should still be sneaky. There might be guys inside.
Yeah, 100%. Agreed. Oh, wait. I saw them. I saw one of the guards. Can we get out of the water? Wait, am I wet from the water
No.
No.
at this point? Okay, beautiful. Get out of the water.
In
And-
fact, when you make it your intent known that you want to get out of the water, the water in like a tentacle just places you on land without ever touching you.
Beautiful.
And then I do the same thing to myself.
Water
Waterbending, bitch! Shape water is just non-violent waterbending. It's
Correct.
amazing.
It's okay. So disguise self to make myself look like a guard in full armor.
Okay.
Alter self, same.
All right. You guys are now disguised. Head towards this guard post.
I'm gonna walk up and open the door.
You open the door, and there's a couple guards inside playing cards, and one of them looks at you and goes, "Is it time for the guard change already?"
No, we
no-
just got.
Sorry,
Do you
go
want
ahead.
to tell him or should I?
Go for it.
No, we just got word there's apparently a ship coming in that's important, and we're not going to see it. I didn't ask questions. They had that look. You know how they are.
Roll deception.
But we need to open the gate for the next 45 minutes and then close it.
All right. Just waiting on that deception roll.
Okay. That's a 22.
He looks at you and he goes, I mean, I thought they teleported, but I guess if they have a ship, that would make sense.
Well, especially if it's invisible. No wonder it seems like they just fucking appear everywhere. Alright, thanks. We'll get back on our post.
Sathar, what did you do with your tail?
Disguise self doesn't. Disguise self's let me change my.
It's a belt.
Yeah, I can make it appear as anything I want, so I can. It's not an illusion around me. It's changing me. The only rule is I can't change my body type.
Disguise self is an illusion.
It is an illusion spell.
Well, it's an illusion, but it's not like minor illusion or alt. It's,
yeah.
Yeah, I thought you can hide it. It just like if they actually
Yeah.
like touch you, it would still be there.
Yeah, he
yeah,
just has
it's
to make sure he doesn't whack somebody with it.
Just needs to make sure this guy doesn't bump into him. I move out of the way of the door.
Oh yeah,
Well,
we're going.
yeah. No,
outside.
we told him, and then they bought it. Yes.
To the best of your knowledge, they bought it.
Well, I mean, would they open the We'd be standing there. Would they open the gate?
From the inside, you do hear them working with something. Seems like
Cool.
machinery.
And I tell him we're going back to our post, and we step outside and close the door behind us.
As you guys step outside, you guys see the gate start to rise out of the water.
What did Ridley do directly before the gate rose?
Yes.
Made ice around
He
it.
was lifting it.
Beautiful.
Under the water, the three of you see the gate start to rise up.
You know, Ridley's down there. He's trying to lift the gate up.
Ridley, the
Malum
gate is lifted.
sort of like squints. Nah, couldn't be.
No.
I
No.
look at Sethar and with message. How much you want to bet Ridley's how much you want to bet Ridley's gonna think this is him?
I don't make bets. I lose.
You know what? That's fair. Should we let him believe it was him?
It's better for his self confidence.
Ozza is just going to look at this gate rising and then shrug and start swimming back up the river.
Okay, genuine question for the party. I know we just made a we didn't necessarily make a deal with this dude. We kind of just went up the thing to say that we were trying something. The gate is open. We can leave the city.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna go.
If
Yeah,
we
no,
go
that's
back
fine.
and
Yeah,
come
no, I
back,
second that.
I am gonna message Ozza because I know him and I know his general direction, and I'm gonna say gate's only open for 45 minutes.
You get a message back in your head that says, "Then you better move fast."
Message. Agreed. Hope to see you again.
Ozzy says, Bossman wants to take over the city, so if I'm not dead, I'll catch you next time you're in town.
Rad.
All right. I'm gonna look at Ted and be like, would really like not to get wet again. I appreciate it.
That just seems to be the status quo at this point. And without him jumping into the water is going to reach up, grab him, and pull him down.
Hang on. As you guys are getting ready to leave the city and getting ready to jump back in the water, you see the two guards walking down the street with a hand, like lifted with a hand on either side of this kid, holding him as they take him to the guard post.
Oh, we need to handle that.
Yeah, we do.
Can't just like leave it.
And we're taking the child with us.
No, yeah, we're 100% kidnapping this child.
Okay.
I mean, not how I would have worded it.
I mean, he's an orphan, and we're gonna give him a better life. That's
We're
all
just
it is.
forcefully
Rescuing
adopting
him.
him.
Yeah, we're rescue. Thank you. That's the right word, not kidnapping. Rescuing. Just one glance. I'm assuming all it is just a glance between Sathar and Ted, and just start walking up to the guards.
Yep. Suggestion to one guard. Your wife is super hot, and that other guard has been fucking her. You should take care of that.
What's the save?
15.
He passes and he just kind of he passes and he goes, I don't have a wife.
God damn it.
And then he looks at the two of you and he goes, who the fuck are you?
This is my buddy Det. He's a jokester. We're here doing rounds. What did this kid do?
The guard just hikes a finger over his shoulder to this building that, regardless of the rain, is just burning prolifically.
Kid, what the hell did you do? He's gonna look at the two guards. We're on our patrol. We'll take him in. Do you guys mind?
The kid's going to look at you and go, the rock man in the water paid me to light the munitions building on fire.
Okay, I'm gonna message him.
Munitions building?
Wait.
Hold on. The munitions building?
Both of you who are on the surface and the guards as well, give me dexterity saving throws.
Holy shit! Just
Hold up.
22, bitches!
a deck save?
Yep.
Where the hell is the save on this? Is it just under? No.
There was a reason this building was burning so prolifically.
Did I roll it?
You did not.
Oh. Dex.
And I get advantage
Oh.
against fire.
You guys both managed to stay on your feet as this building explodes. Like
the guards?
Oh no!
I will drop
Both of the
Alter
guard-
Self and I'll go.
Both
"You
of the
little
guards get
sellout,
thrown
come on,
into the
we're
water.
rescuing you. Let's fucking go.
The kid looks at you as the guards are thrown into the water and goes, I can't.
We don't have a lot of time here, kid. Why?
I have a job.
You want a better job?
You pay better than Frogman does?
You know what? You're well taken care of. Have a good one.
You're good. Have a good one.
Ted, water.
Yep. And we just dive into the water. He sinks like a rock, and I also sink like a rock as I have rocks.
That actually seems like a decent place to end the session.
Oh, on our way into the water, just because I don't want to have to deal with the guards, can I suck them into the shape water too, and you just use the water to hold them?
Oh no,
in
the
water
guards are
until
in
they
full
stop?
plate. They swum
Yeah,
straight to the bottom and are currently drowning.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
no,
cool.
they're in full plate. They're kind of screwed, but not our business.
When you get into the water, you see these two guards in the water, and you see that one of them is trying to shed his armor, but having a very difficult time considering that Ozza has an arm wrapped around his fucking throat.
The other one.
The other one-
Since I
the
can
other
have
one
several
looks-
effects going at once.
The other one has a big ass dent in his helmet and is just floating in the bottom of the water with blood streaming out of his helmet.
Oh, okay. I message Ozza. Do you want that one?
Oz's gonna look at you as he has his arm wrapped around this guy's neck and his legs just crossed over the front of his body and goes, "All yours."
You gonna finish your meal?
As he says that, the gate starts to drop back down.
Yeah, we're gonna book it.
I'm gonna use shape water to push us all to the other side of the gate.
You all go to the other side of the gate as the gate drops back down and settles, and you guys.
Unfortunately, doing that way, I cannot keep Sathar from getting wet.
Yeah, no, I know. He's now soaked underwater. That's okay.
You guys look back and see Ozza just twitch this guard's neck.
I give him the thumbs up and an air high five.
As you give him a thumbs up, bullets pepper the water, and you see one of them hit Ozza in the thigh.
That deep in the water?
Yes. Magical bullets.
All right.
Yeah,
fair.
I'm using Botherhood guns.
He looks at you, and surprisingly enough, Dave, you get a message in your head, and he says, "Good luck, I'll be fine," and just starts trying to essentially crawl his way back up the bottom of the river as bullets just enter the water around him.
Well, damn, we did it, boys! We did it!
And that's where we'll end the session.
Of course the gate fell. Really
And
stop
yeah,
holding it.
Sky, shape water, crazy useful.
We got to the other side of the... Ridley did it, guys!
Yeah, Sky. If
Wait,
you are,
wait,
if you are
does
in
Mal-
water, you can use shape water as liberally as you want, as long as you're not trying to do damage.
Yep.
Actually, I'd argue that you could even in water, like in solid water, I'd argue that you could even use shape water to force water down someone's throat.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If somebody is submerged in water, you can just drown them.
Hold on. Genuine question. What is Malum?
Yeah, Sky,
And-
I know your entire character is based around drowning people. I'm aware I'm going to regret this.
What does Malum and not actually.
Jigsaw.
I've memed the name so hard I've spaced the real one.
Jigsaw.
Jigsaw.
Like-
Thank you. What do they think that really just lifted the gate up?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Malum, actually give me intelligence
not?
because Malum might not think that.
Yeah.
I'll just message Sathar. We'll keep what we did on the surface between us, including blowing up the munitions depot by
Well,
proxy.
I'm sure they heard that because water's not compressible, so I'm sure they saw us go up, gate goes up as Ridley lifts it up, massive explosion, and 2 guards enter the water, and we just bail into it.
Malum, that is
So-
one strong fucking kid.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh.
I knew this raincoat was useful for something.
Alright, we'll end the session there. Alright. Well, guys, thank you for joining us for the second half of the Duality campaign. I hope both chat and our players had a good time.
Oh, yes.
Always.
Until next time, let's while I look for somebody to raid, let's thank our players. We have Sathar, played by.
The Mighty Orion.
Also, if you guys have anything to plug, now's the time.
Nothing to plug yet. Stuff coming down, but soon. But the Mighty Orion, been fun hanging out with you guys.
And then we have Ridley Monroe, played by.
Justicar. I don't have anything yet.
And then we have Professor Malum, played by.
Isaac, nothing to plug.
We have Jigsaw, played by.
Dingo Dongo. That's it.
And we have Ted the Undead, played by.
Hi, I'm Dave. Dave Levels Up. Check me out on Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, I guess, if you want.
And their Twitch socials are in there, so guys, absolutely go follow them. They're a great group of people. We are going to raid Hobble Dragon, who it looks like is doing something on a boat right now in D&D. But until next time, everyone, I'm Perfectly Techno, and we will see you again on Sunday at 11:30 Central 1:30 Central for Bits, Crits, and Halfwits, more cow time with our lovely players, including Isaac. And until we see you then, until we see you for the Duality campaign again next week, Stay cool, stay in school, and stay techno. We will catch you then.